Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Terry Haddad, Vice President of Community Initiatives at Community Services for Children. Welcome to the Parent Project Podcast. This work stems from our vision for an engaged community where every child thrives and every family succeeds. CSC has been serving families for over 50 years, and we know that parenting can be hard. We're inviting local doctors, teachers, counselors, social workers, and other experts to provide perspectives to help parents maneuver the sometimes challenging role of parenting. Joining us today is Erin Barron.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here, Erin. To tell you a little bit about Erin, she's been a nurse for 20 years, working exclusively in inpatient, outpatient specialty, and emergency pediatrics. Erin knows a whole lot about keeping kids safe, and today she's going to talk to us about car seat safety. So, Erin, according to the CDC, approximately 12,000 children and young adults ages 1 to 19 die from unintentional injuries each year. Can you tell us about preventable injuries?
Certainly. So unintentional injury rates, while they're decreasing since 2010, we have quite a bit of work to do. Preventable injuries are actually the number one cause of child death in the United States for children of any age. The number one at this point is motor vehicle collisions, which while some collisions can't be prevented, the injuries from those collisions can certainly be prevented or lessened if we use some basic safety.
So what do you recommend? How do we prevent those types of injuries?
So car seats are the number one prevention of injuries from motor collisions. So in 2020, more than 63,000 children were injured in motor vehicle collisions, and approximately 600 were killed.
Oh, no.
So we can do a few things to prevent these. So the first thing is to always use a car seat. Traveling with children without a car seat is against the law, and it is also extremely unsafe. The next thing you can do is make sure you're following those instructions in the car seat from the manufacturer and actually from the car manufacturer themselves. Both sets of instructions go together to make that car seat the safest possible place for a child to be when traveling.
And Erin, before we go on, at what ages should kids be in car seats? Till how old?
So it depends on their weight and on their height. So children can't sit in the front seat until they are at least 13 years old. However, there depends on the car seat that you have. So an infant needs to be rear facing in a car seat with a 5-point harness, and they need to stay rear facing as long as they can. Previously, we'd say over a year. That's no longer the standard anymore. They really need to be rear facing as long as possible to the maximum height and weight of the car seat that they're in. And then once you move from that type of car seat, children can move to a forward-facing position, but still need to be in a 5-point harness. At a certain point, kids can, based on their height, move into a booster seat with a lap shoulder belt, but you really need to be careful and read all those instructions very carefully within the owner's manual of the car seat.
So up until about 12, kids are in some type of additional...
They can be without a booster seat depending on their height.
Right.
Usually after, depending on their age, the age of 7 or 8. But they still need to ride in the back seat with a full lap shoulder harness. Often cars have a middle lap belt only. It's getting less now that cars are changing. However, kids really need to be in a lap shoulder in the back seat until the age of 12. The way that the car seat the seatbelt is positioned helps prevent injuries and will match the height. If a car seat makes a child too tall or not tall enough, then the car seat, the safety belt isn't exactly where it's supposed to be on the child to prevent injury.
Mm. And what if I don't understand the directions?
So there's lots of different ways we can get information on car seats. So besides the manufacturer of the car seat and the car manufacturer, there's also information on car seat safety on places like the American Academy of Pediatrics, on Kids Health. Those two places have car seat information. The other thing is a lot of of local agencies, like at the Allentown Health Bureau where I work, we do car seat safety inspections for those folks that are in the city of Allentown. They can call and make an appointment to have a car seat technician meet them to check and make sure that they're putting the car seat in properly, that they know exactly what to do with the car seat. We can walk them through that. We have multiple staff who are car seat safety technicians.
Well, that is fabulous. What a great service for parents. Thanks, Erin. Aside from car safety, what else can you tell parents of young children that is critically important for safety?
So one of the next most important things for newborns on up is safe sleep. Each year, about 34,000 children die from sudden unknown infant death, which can include things like unknown cause, SIDS, or accidental strangulation. And these are very serious and they're preventable. So the first thing we always tell parents is babies need to sleep on their backs. It is the safest way for a baby to sleep. And they also need to be on a very firm mattress. Mattresses, when you buy them, they at like a store, they're safety rated for firmness so that a baby doesn't sink into a mattress. It's important they're nice and firm. Cribs are very important. We do not ever recommend co-sleeping. It is a very dangerous practice, and it can contribute to things like SIDS, strangulation, and suffocation. So safety-approved crib and on their back in that crib. No soft bedding. The blankets that we wrap babies in are beautiful and comfortable and soft, but a baby does not need anything soft in their crib. Things like crib bumpers are not acceptable anymore. No extra blankets, certainly no stuffed animals in the crib. Another factor to help safety for a baby and to decrease the risk of SIDS is breastfeeding. And we really support breastfeeding at the Allentown Health Bureau. We have 2 lactation counselors who will work with moms. Our city moms will visit them, will call them, and will help them with things like latching and that type of thing so that we can promote breastfeeding because we really feel like it's definitely best for the baby to breastfeed. And it has a lot of protective factors, not just for sleep, but also for immunity and things like that. And then the last thing is pacifier use. Pacifier use has been shown to be a preventative measure in SIDS, and we do recommend pacifier use to help prevent. But really, the most important thing would be to have babies sleep alone on their back and on a nice firm mattress.
Wow, I didn't know anything about pacifiers. Why is that? So the child has something else in their mouth?
The suck and swallow, keeps them, breathing comfortably. Babies are brand new and they're learning how to live outside the womb, so pacifiers do help.
Wow, fascinating. Well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom on car seats and sleeping. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for listening. To learn more about the Parenting Project podcast, Project Child, or Community Services for Children, please visit cscinc.org.